Rain chances along the Texas Gulf Coast into southeast Texas in this afternoon. Then all eyes are on our upcoming strong cold front. When's it going to get here? Well, we're going to tell you in this Hump Day edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 11th of October, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. I'll give you one guess as to why I'm called Baldy-in-Chief, but it might have something to do with the fact I have a very bald head. In other news that isn't so breaking, it rained last night and yesterday across portions of deep South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, all the way up the coast through the middle Texas coast, the coastal bend, the coastal plains. Continuing this morning across southeast Texas and the upper Texas coast, those rain chances will diminish by this afternoon as we see precipitation end from west to east as our area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico moves off to the east, leaving us with some residual cloud cover, but not a whole lot of rain. In fact, after today's rain chances, we're going to be lucky to see much more rain, excluding some chances along the southern Texas Gulf Coast. Through the middle of next week, most of the state is going to remain quite dry, which is slightly problematic because now that we've spent some time without rain and are dealing with warm temperatures, our fire danger is going back up. We had a several hundred-acre wildfire yesterday along Highway 87 northwest of Amarillo, and the threat for wildfires will continue, especially across the western third to the western half of Texas over the next few days as we continue to see a dry air mass and then a cold front arriving Thursday into Friday. Until then, very warm conditions. Fire danger remaining moderate to high to, at times, very high. Temperature-wise, that's pretty much all we have to talk about besides today's rain chances and the fire danger over the next few days. It's going to be hot today. Temperatures across the state, 70s along the Gulf Coast and East Texas where we have cloud cover, those rain chances. Otherwise, 80s to low 90s across the state, including 90s in the Panhandle, West Texas, Permian Basin, down to Big Bend. Quite warm for mid-October, and I'm not happy about it. Here's tomorrow. This is just abhorrent. High temperatures in the middle to upper 90s with some compressional heating ahead of our cold front in northwest Texas, the big country, all the way down through the Permian Basin, Concho Valley, even some 90s in deep south Texas. Yes, I would not be totally surprised to see someone manage to get near 100 degrees tomorrow afternoon, and that will also make me quite unhappy. Now, here is Friday. As our cold front starts to move in Thursday night into Friday, we're going to see temperatures drop quite drastically. Now, something I should have mentioned, it's going to be quite windy tomorrow across the northwest half of Texas. Northwest half of Texas tomorrow, wind gusts 30, 40 miles an hour, maybe some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the Panhandle, West Texas. Tomorrow into Friday morning, they'll eventually switch from southwesterly to northwesterly behind Crashy, the cold front. And high temperatures on Friday, 60s, Panhandle, West Texas, 70s, northwestern half of Texas, southeastern half of Texas. These are going to be your high temperatures before the cold front hits. As Crashy, the cold front moves southeast on Friday, temperatures are going to fall. So, closer you are to the cold front's location Friday morning, the sooner your high temperature will occur. Nevertheless, it's going to be hot Friday afternoon across the southeastern half of Texas with 90s. Rio Grande Plains, Rio Grande Valley, y'all are going to try to hit 100 degrees, which will not make me happy and probably will not make y'all happy either. Now, with Crashy the cold front coming on in, here's forecast morning lows Saturday morning. I think you can find the cold front's positioning pretty easily here if you consider the forecast for this ends at about 7 a.m. Saturday. Low temperatures across the northern two-thirds of Texas down into at least the 50s. If you're in the Panhandle in West Texas, best bet on 30s. The potential for a frost and the potential for at least a limited freeze across the northern Texas Panhandle. It's going to be chilly. Gusty north winds at times over 35 miles an hour. There's going to be wind chills. Best behind your sweater. High temperatures on Saturday. 60s in the Panhandle, West Texas, 70s across the northern half of Texas, 80s southern half of Texas, hopefully no more 90s. By the time we get into Sunday morning, low temperatures across most of the state will be in the 40s and 50s, 60s right along the Gulf Coast and in the Rio Grande Valley, 30s in the Panhandle and to some sheltered areas of West Texas. Sunday's high temperature forecast, 70s, northeastern half of Texas, a couple 60s here and there, especially in the Arklatex, northeastern panhandle around parried into Canadian. 80s, southern and southwestern portions. My share unlocked. That wasn't very nice. Southern and southwestern portions of Texas. Overall, warm, but quite dry, so it'll be a pleasant heat. And besides that, again, we're not really expecting rain chances for a vast majority of Texas through at least midweek next week. A dry pattern continues, but we'll also have a northwesterly flow aloft, helping to hopefully keep temperatures more pleasant and fall-like through early next week. That'll be it for your Texas Weather Roundup. We'll have the next one out by 7 a.m. Thursday. Y'all make it a good Wednesday. Enjoy the rain if you got it. Have a good one, and God bless.